Ya, Sport Lovers, terima kasih Anda masih terus menyaksikan Formula 3.5 World Series by Renault. Dan kita juga sudah terhubung langsung dengan sirkuit Nurburgring di Jerman. Dan kita lihat ini adalah Gelael yang juga sudah bersiap pada posisinya. Sedikit informasi yang akan kami berikan kepada Anda. Saat ini tim jagonya Ayam with Carlin menduduki peringkat ke-6 dalam overall standing dengan 94 poin dan terjepit di antara Arden Motorsport yang berada di peringkat ke-5 dan juga International Draco Racing yang berada di peringkat ke-7. Dan seperti yang tadi sudah diinformasikan bahwa hingga saat ini yang kita ketahui adalah Gelael akan mengawali race dari urutan ke-18, Tom Dillman akan mengawali race dari urutan ke-4, dan pole position pada hari ini jatuh kepada Oliver Rowland yang juga berhasil naik podium pada balapan sebelumnya di Silverstone. So, Philo and Alex, this is the circuit that the guys will be racing on today. What do you guys expect from today's race?
Well, right now, nothing. Anything is possible because you can see it's raining right now, which makes it very exciting. One thing Nurburgring is famous for is weather. It changes weather very fast. And what's so exciting is some of the guys out there are on slick tires and some of the guys on wets. We saw Sean was on wets. So if it rains more, it will benefit him. So all you Sean Gelael fans out there, you better pray for some rain because if it rains a lot, it should really help him a lot.
Ya, ini adalah urutan pebalap yang akan mengikuti race kali ini berdasarkan dengan hasil yang sudah mereka raih pada race sebelumnya atau hari pertama yang berlangsung pada hari Sabtu kemarin. Kita lihat Gelael akan mengawali race sekali lagi dari urutan ke-18. Bukan posisi yang ideal memang, tapi kita harapkan Gelael tentunya bisa meraih hasil yang maksimal seperti pada race sebelumnya di mana ia berhasil mencetak poin untuk timnya, tim jagonya Ayam with Carlin dengan berhasil finish di peringkat ke-10. Meskipun unfortunately Tom Dillman couldn't finish his race last week on Silverstone due to a crash, but right now I'm sure he's back in business already and more determined to earn some points for the team today.
Yes. Absolutely, we'll be definitely looking out for both the yellow cars to do well. Just now we can see in the shot though, championship leader and the guy on pole position, Oliver Rowland, is on slick tires. That's very brave. Slick tires on a wet track is very dangerous indeed. He obviously thinks the track is going to dry up, but it's very, very risky. You can see a lot of the front runners on slick tires. This could play into Sean's hands very well. I haven't seen what tires Tom Dillman is on yet.
I would guess people at the back would take some chances, to have maybe a little gamble with the weather.
Yes.
To maybe win some places in case it does rain. Looking at the track, it looks a bit damp. So
yeah, and that's
Dillman's on dry. So
Yeah, Dillman is on dry. As a racer, which one do you prefer, Philo?
Well, no, you first one.
Personally, on a wet track or damp track, it comes down to driver and engineer decision. But also you have to look around other drivers as well. So it comes to many aspects.
And for Nurburgring, because the weather changes so fast, you really have to look at see where the weather's coming from. Like if you look straight ahead, where these guys are looking down towards that far end of the track, that's normally where the weather comes from for Nurburgring. So obviously some of the guys think that it's going to dry out and some think it's going to stay wet. So most of the guys at the front think it's going to stay dry. But I can tell you, this first few corners will be very exciting. We're going to see cars all over the place because it's very hard to get temperature in the tires when it's damp like this.
Green flag.
So green flag, the race is about to start.
Dan balapan akan segera dimulai, Sport Lovers, langsung dari sirkuit Nurburgring, Jerman. Kita akan lihat. Dan inilah dia race hari ini juga telah resmi dimulai.
Really good start from Fanton.
Yeah. Great start from Fanton, as you said.
Yeah, it is.
Rowland had quite a late start.
Oh gosh, you see how careful they've been around turn 1. The guys on the wets just have no grip.
Oh. And wow,
That is
Oliver Rowland.
Championship
Something
leader.
happened with Oliver Rowland.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we're just talking about getting the temperature in the tires, the slick tires. For me, that was a big gamble to put slick tires on this sort of track. Yeah, okay, maybe the others are putting on slicks, but as a championship leader, it's a riskier strategy to put slicks on a wet track.
Jasmine's had a problem.
Oh no.
Ya, Jason Jafar, kita bisa lihat Sport Lovers saat ini ada masalah yang dialami kedua pebalap di awal bermulanya balapan. Oliver Rowland dan juga Jason Jafar. Kita juga masih mencoba untuk menunggu informasi selanjutnya apa yang terjadi kepada mobil dari Jason Jafar tadi karena sepertinya belum sempat melakukan ataupun beraksi di track, namun mobilnya sudah harus ditarik ke pinggir sirkuit. sirkuit untuk diperiksa lebih lanjut.
But great job for Tom Dillman. Tom Dillman's up to second place. He's actually pressurizing the leader, Fantin, as they're halfway around the first lap. There he is.
Sean's up to 10th right now.
I think Tom's on wets. So both the Carlin cars are on wet tires.
Saat ini kita lihat Sport Lovers Tom Dillman berhasil berada di posisi kedua sejauh ini mengikuti Pietro Fantin yang tadi mengawali balapan dari posisi kedua dan saat ini posisinya telah direbut oleh Tom Dillman. And Panis is on the third, I guess?
Yes, it looks like it.
No, it's Nissany. Roy Nissany.
What we are, oh, Tom's just had it off as well. He's lost a position, I think. What we're seeing is the guys on, no, Tom's still in second. The guys on the slick tires are just struggling a little bit because it's a bit too wet for slick tires. The guys who are on the wet tires, who have the tires that can disperse the water, they seem to have a small advantage over the slicks right now. Of course, if it continues to dry out, then it will, and who's that? It's gone wide.
Looks like.
Obviously got the wet and it's just a bit too slippery out there and Roy was off. And another spinner, cars all over the place.
Sport Lovers seperti yang bisa Anda saksikan di balapan kali ini yang akan menjadi tantangan terberat atau tantangan terbesar bagi para pembalap adalah bagaimana licinnya track atau licinnya lintasan sirkuit Nurburgring Jerman dan kita ketahui bahwa sirkuit yang satu ini memang seringkali mengalami perubahan cuaca yang cukup drastis dan kunci dari memenangkan balapan kali ini adalah ban yang mereka pilih dan kita lihat para pebalap dalam kesempatan kali ini menggunakan ban yang berbeda-beda dan seperti yang tadi Vilo sudah sampaikan mungkin hal menarik yang bisa kita saksikan adalah apa yang akan terjadi pada saat pit stop nanti dilakukan.
We saw Jasmine Jafar has managed to get back and going. Yes, confirmation Dillman did make a mistake at the penultimate corner and he's fallen back to third position. Sean Gelael up to ninth. Great job by the Indonesian. And looks, who is this? Latifi. Looks
Latifi.
like
He's retiring from the race.
Yeah, retiring. I think he touched someone in that first lap and that's it. Race done and dusted for him.
Masih terus melihat bagaimana situasi yang terjadi di sirkuit saat ini Sport Lovers. Sayang sekali Tom Dillman harus mundur ke posisi ketiga karena tadi ada sedikit kesalahan yang ia lakukan saat berbelok di salah satu tikungan. Sementara itu saat ini Sean Gelael berada di peringkat ke-10. Turun satu peringkat setelah tadi sempat naik ke peringkat ke-9. Sean is on the 10th again.
Yes, so Oliver Rowland charging back to the field as Sean takes to the escape road. Oof, that was a bit careful, a bit risky there. But Oliver Rowland,
Yellow flag at turn 1.
Sean may get in trouble for that because
it looks like I think he should have gave his position back. It looks like
he should have conceded position, but he didn't. So I got a feeling the official's going to have a look into that because Oliver Rowland had overtaken Sean on the back straight, and Sean took it back.
It looks like wet tires is the right choice for this race.
So far. What's interesting is there's this.
Made contact with Roland as Roland turned in.
Ya, ada kontak yang terlihat. Sport Lovers bisa Anda saksikan juga di layar kaca Anda saat ini. Surprisingly, Roland is on
slick tires.
Yeah.
Well, I think this part of the track is drying out. We're seeing this second half of the circuit down to the hairpin is actually drying out a bit, and the area near the pits. The last corner of that area is a bit wetter.
Oh, that's big damage.
But yeah, it's definitely drying out because slicks seem to be the way to be, and the way Oliver Rowland's coming back up after that spin on that first corner, it's quite extraordinary that he's come back so far up.
Ooh, there's contact. Another contact.
A lot of contact. Very lucky both those drivers get away with it.
It's looking pretty tough out there today.
It's very, very tricky conditions.
Roland's looking a lot faster than everyone else around him, considering he's the pole sitter this race.
Ada sedikit kesalahan yang tadi terjadi di awal tikungan, di mana mobil dari Oliver Rowland sempat berputar, Sport Lovers, dan saat ini ia berada di peringkat ke-12 dan masih mencoba untuk terus memperbaiki posisinya. Dan kita lihat mobil yang merupakan yang tercepat sejauh ini di track.
With the track drying up so fast, the guys on wets are going to look to come into the pit stop as soon as that pit stop window is open, which is on lap 5, I believe. So that means they're going to be forced to make a very early pit stop, whereas the guys on slicks have a bit more flexibility, shall we say, because they don't have to pit right now. Of course, it could rain again, and then that throws the whole plans of everyone out the window.
As you expected, Pula, I guess the interesting part is when the pit stop happens. What do you think is going to happen?
Yes, looking right now, going into turn 1, it's still quite wet, so is the exit. But I think people on wets will enter the pits right as the pit window opens, whereas the dry would make as much gap as possible.
Roland is now on the 10th.
He's got a great car. He's obviously been able to get some temperature in those tires, and he's just going by people at will. The trick about running slicks in damp conditions is getting temperature in the tire. If you can't get any temperature in the tire, you have no grip whatsoever. Oliver Rowland's obviously been able to push very hard after his spin. He's managed to find and gets a bit more temperature in his tire, and is looking a lot better. This is the start. See, Oliver Rowland had a bad start on the very right-hand side. You see some of the other guys in slicks just going right by him.
Kita saksikan kembali Sport Lovers apa yang terjadi pada tikungan pertama di mana Oliver Rowland melakukan sedikit kesalahan dan menyebabkan mobilnya sedikit berputar dan mengalami sedikit kendala tadi. Oops.
Oh, okay. I think that was Nick DeFree that must have hit him. Anyway,
it's as he enters back to the track from that escape road.
Dan ini adalah mobil dari Jasmine Jafar yang mengalami kendala bahkan sebelum balapan dimulai.
I think this is Nick DeFree's car.
Yes, this is
McLaren colours. Of course, a lot of Formula One junior teams here. You've got McLaren, you've got the Red Bulls out here, and Lotus as well.
Oh, that was a Straka car that hit Rowland.
Oh, just got away with that. See how close it is in racing these days, and well, always is, that everyone's fighting for their piece of tarmac, and when it gets greasy like this, it makes it very easy to make a mistake.
Masih menyaksikan replay dari apa yang terjadi di tikungan pertama tadi Sport Lovers, di mana ada beberapa mobil yang sempat tergelincir karena licinnya track ataupun lindasan dari arena atau sirkuit yang menjadi lokasi balapan berlangsung hari ini.
There is, when he goes back to the track, there was a car right there. There was just no space for him to go back.
He's very lucky he didn't damage the car anymore and was able to continue.
Fanton's looking really comfortable.
Yeah,
way
Fanton
in
is
front of
leading the race right now.
He's done a great job on the wet tyres. I'm not sure wet tyres are what you want to be on now because the track is drying up quite a bit. Was he on slicks?
He is on slicks.
He is on slicks?
Yes.
Okay, Vaxiver, he's in second. He's a Lotus junior driver. I can't tell what tyres he's on there. He's on slicks as well.
I think top 8 drivers were on slicks just now. Except Dillman, was it?
Yeah, Dillman was definitely wets. Those are wets, you know. I think those are on wets. I think Vaxiver is on wets. He's just doing Nissani's on wets.
Roy Nissani. He started at second and right now he's on the 18th position.
Dillman is on wet.
Dillman's definitely on wets. He's going backwards, so he was up to second position in that first lap, and you see him dropping back. It's definitely slicks right now. You want to be out on slicks, and he'll be looking to come in as soon as lap 5 is over so he can change those tyres and put some slick tyres on.
Gelael is on the 17th position right now.
Yep.
That's it. Everyone on wet is going in.
Yeah.
As we talk, 1, 2, 3.
Tom
no!
Dillman was too fast entering the pit and can't slow down the car enough to get in.
It's a disaster for Tom Dillman. It means he has to go for another lap before he can, on this drying track, before he can come in to change to slick tyres. You can see there are his teammates waiting for him, but they'll be told on the radio that Tom's embarrassingly, unfortunately, missed the pit lane and has to go for another lap. It'll be interesting to see whether these guys who are losing out and having to change from wets to slicks a lot earlier than they'd hoped to will be able to try and make some grounds back to the other guys who are not in front. You know, at the moment, Fanton, Vaxiver, and Oliver Rowland. Oliver Rowland's back up to 3rd position, so what a great recovery drive from him.
How did that happen? He just rocketed up to the 3rd position.
Well, he was helped a bit because a lot of guys in front of him were on wets, so he was able to overtake him quite a bit. But the key was really getting those temperatures in those tyres. It made a big difference. And we haven't seen any times yet, but I've got a feeling he's probably got the fastest car out there. He'll be angry with his mistake. Well, it wasn't his mistake, actually. Someone hit him. But he'll be angry nonetheless, and he'll be pushing very hard to try and get back up in maybe even second or first.
As far as that.
That's punished. I'm not so sure, but it looked like he went straight out from the pit lane. It was
And
and just
made a mess of things.
Ya, kita lihat ada kesalahan yang juga terjadi pada Aurelian Panis, Sport Lovers, di mana sepertinya tadi kesalahan terjadi pada saat ia baru saja keluar dari pit stop. Mungkin karena kecepatan yang terlalu tinggi sehingga ada kesalahan dalam mengambil posisi belok yang ia lakukan.
Yeah. So Panis is actually the son of Olivier Panis, who won the Monaco Grand Prix in the late 90s for Ligier. So he's got definitely got some thoroughbred background with his dad being a race winner before in Formula One. But it's an embarrassing mistake if that was what it was, if it was a mechanical issue. But as you know, these sort of conditions,
anything could happen.
Yes, they can make
up
falls.
to the last corner of last lap. So
Absolutely.
Malia damaged his front wing. Looks like safety car out.
Safety car. Wow, that's such a break for Oliver Rowland.
That is not such a good news for Fantin, but for Rowland, it's
for
the
Fantin.
best thing he could imagine.
Yeah, Fantin did such a great job. He's leading comfortably, and he was leading Vaxivier by 14 seconds, and Oliver Rowland by 21 seconds. So now that lead is going to be slashed all the way back down as everyone has to line up behind the safety car. The question is, can you pit under the safety car?
For people who has not pit, it could be bad news, which for Rowland is bad news.
So all these guys who have pitted, so this is such an incredible race, how it's changed, So the guys who started on wets looked like they were in big trouble. Looked like the race was over because they had to come in and pit so early because the track dried up so much. But then it swung around again because
as you see, everyone in front has not pit, so this will be a big...
So the guys who haven't pitted, because of the safety car, now they're at a disadvantage. So even though they were smart enough to start in the slicks, because the safety car has wiped out that advantage, it's going to be very difficult for them now to win the race. It's very hard to tell what's going to happen.
Spoilers tadi kita lihat, Haris sudah mendapatkan bantuan dan kita juga masih menyaksikan bagaimana persaingan yang terjadi dalam 5 posisi teratas, di mana secara mengejutkan Oliver Rowland yang tadi sempat mengalami kesulitan saat ini sudah menduduki peringkat ketiga dan terus mengejar rekan-rekannya yang berada di peringkat 1 dan 2, Pietro Fantin dan juga ada Vaxivier di peringkat kedua.
Sean's up in 7th now, but I'm not so sure that he's went in the pit yet.
Good point, good question.
And Dillman must hate that mistake he did.
Yeah,
that could have saved him the race.
Yeah. So I wonder how this is going to pan out after the safety car period. But this safety car has really been a good thing for Tom and Sean because they were unfortunately on the wrong tire to begin with, and the small mistakes it has cost them dearly. So it does seem that you can pit under the safety car.
Yeah, you can.
Roy Nissany pitting under the safety car, which I think is a smart move. I'm surprised Fantin has not pitted on the safety car yet. He would have had a free pit stop for free.
Well, now that if he pits now, it's too late. He'll come back in the track quite at the back. I mean, it's bad news for some drivers, and it'll be good news for some drivers.
Car number 16 is under investigation for crossing the white line after pit exit.
Yeah, I think it was punished.
Is that Panis? So here the top 4.
How I see it, the only one that has pitted in top 10 was Malia. So I guess he should be the race leader after safety car, or after everyone else enters the pit.
For these top 4 guys who have not pitted and are on the slick tires, they at least got temperature in the tires, but they know that if they want to finish on the podium, at least in this race, they're going to have to go really hard after the safety car and try and build up a gap so that they can pit and come out of the pits not too far behind.
I suppose it should be safety car in this lap since there's no more car in that first corner.
Spoilers tadi seperti yang ditulis juga di layar kaca Anda dan informasikan bahwa mobil bernomor 16 saat ini masih di bawah investigasi untuk mengetahui apa yang terjadi sebenarnya di sirkuit, dan saat ini juga para pebalap masih terus mengikuti safety car untuk mengetahui kira-kira bagaimana untuk mengendalikan track ataupun sirkuit Nurburgring Jerman dalam situasi dan kondisi cuaca yang tidak menentu seperti ini.
Fantin there, Vaxaveer, who's second in the championship. Behind Vaxaveer in the black car. In the white car is Dean Stoneman. Sorry, Oliver Rowland, sorry. I always get the names mixed up.
Yeah.
Dean Stoneman is fourth in the Red Bull car behind him.
And I think that's a black marker with the Pons car.
So you see the guys are taking a long time to catch up to these cars.
I think these cars in front would try to go as fast as possible and hoping the safety car goes in as fast as possible.
Yeah. Let's look to the lights in the safety car. When those lights do come off, the drivers know when the lights come off that safety car, they turn off, then they know the safety car is going in.
It should be turned off after this corner if it is safety car in this lap. This was...
Overtaking move there. Oliver Rowland going through and Dean Stoneman following him.
Yellow light still on.
Yeah, yellow light still on, so I think one more lap behind the safety car at least. Wow. Is this
this is Fantin's team.
You can see how upset the team members are because they're like, come on, get the safety car in so they can go racing. Because right now they know with every lap the safety car stays out, it is hurting Fantin's chances.
And you can see some drivers already catching up now.
Yeah, we see Tom Dillman there in sixth position, the yellow car, joining the train. Jasmine Jafar is behind him, but I think he's a lap down.
Yeah.
Jasmine Jafar obviously stalled on the grid. By the time they got the car going, he was a lap down. So not a great day for the young Malaysian, unfortunately. He did finish on the podium yesterday, so
he looked like he was struggling today, even in qualifying when he was 11th.
Yes.
1 second down from his teammate.
That's right. And he's currently third in the championship.
Yes.
And I think he might drop down now because Dean Stoneman, who is fourth in the championship, stands again to make some good points this race.
And now the car's all together again, which is not good news for Fantin or the top 8 drivers.
I don't understand why they didn't pit under the safety car. I'm a little bit surprised about that.
Safety car in this lap.
It's really
the only thing they might take a gamble of making big gaps.
Yeah,
and wait for that last minute pit stop.
That's the only chance they have. They have to try and pull out a big gap and do exactly as you say. But it's going to be hard. These cars behind them will all be on fresher rubber. It'll be tough to make that gap.
Lovers masih mencoba untuk memperhatikan jalannya race kali ini dan masih juga untuk berusaha mempertahankan posisi mereka di belakang safety car. Sedikit review untuk Anda saat ini, pole position memang masih dipegang oleh Pietro Fantin dan ada Vaxaveer di peringkat kedua, sementara kedua pebalap kita dari tim jagonya I Am With Carlin. Tom Dillman berada di peringkat ke-6 dan Gelael berada di peringkat ke-7.
See, the lights have gone off on the safety car, which double confirms that the safety car is definitely coming in this lap. So now Fantin will be controlling the pace at the front. You see he's weaving that car, just trying to get a bit of temperature in those tires. And that's it. I think he's going to take off now as they have to go through the start one by one. And you can see the safety car's gone into the pits and the racing is pretty much a go as they come out of the last corner and down the start-finish straight. Vaxaveer in second, Oliver Rowland in third, Dean Stoneman in fourth. Kanemaru in fifth. See Oliver Rowland warming up the tyres still. See the rest of the cars coming through the straight. Sean Gelael in eighth. Good job by him. I hope he's on the slicks though, but I got a feeling he might still be on the wets.
I actually didn't see him enter the pits just now.
And there's Tom Dillman fighting for position. Ooh, he's struggling as well. You know what? I think he's still on the wets.
Both the Carlin car missed their pit stop just now, as Dillman made the mistake.
You know what? I can only think that they're staying out on the wets because they think the track it's about to rain or something. I don't know why they wouldn't have gone for slicks. It's definitely the best condition for slicks. You see both the yellow cars, Tom Dillman and Sean Gelael, struggling in the dry conditions of those wets. Those wet tires would be finished by now. There'd been literally no more thread left on them because they don't like going on dry conditions.
Tom's just hanging to the track now.
They're struggling to keep the car on the track. I don't understand the strategy here. Unless they thought it was going to rain, and if it rained, then being out on the wets would obviously be a big advantage for them.
Now at this point, I think they might do a double pit stop together. But they're quite close to each other.
Yeah, I mean...
But then anyone who's going to wait another lap would just hurt the race more.
Yeah, they can't do it. Well, it'd be silly to do a double pit stop. But yes, Nick DeVries making the overtake on Tom Dillman. See, he's on the slick tires. He's not on the wet tires. He's in good condition right now.
Fanton's making that.
Yeah, Fanton's just driving away. But there's been some strange decisions in this race so far. You know, we talked about it earlier that you can make drivers look like fools. Not fools, but because it looks like such simple mistakes. But it's so easy to make these simple mistakes. But it's not just the drivers, the teams under so much pressure. And I think one or two teams here will not be happy with the decision that they've made so far.
So we're lap 11 now, which means there's still 4 laps till pit window close. So I think everyone in the front would be making their pit stop around 14 of lap 15.
Which is not enough of a gap.
Tom Dillman's in, which means Sean's still out with the wet tires.
Yeah, that was a bad call, I think, by Team Carlin. I think they were saved by the safety car. But unfortunately, you know, that allowed them to all come up. But unfortunately, the decision to stay on the wet tires was the wrong one. They must have thought that it was going to rain again. And as you can clearly see, the track is very much dry. So maybe a gamble that did not pay off.
Sportlovers, saat ini sayang sekali kedua pebalap dari tim jagonya Aram with Carlin harus turun ke peringkat ke-15 untuk Sean Gelael dan peringkat ke-16 untuk Tom Dillman karena ada kesalahan di mana mereka masih belum mendapat kesempatan untuk memasuki pit stop. Namun kita lihat tadi Tom Dillman sudah mengganti bannya dan kita masih akan melihat masih ada kesempatan bagi kedua pebalap kita untuk memperbaiki posisi mereka di sirkuit Nurburgring Jerman saat ini.
I mean, looking from the weather, there is still chance of it's gonna rain. Oh, Oliver Rowland entering the pits now. Turn.
16 minutes to go.
I think he would drop quite a lot back.
Yeah, he's going to drop right to the tail end, and we know these tires.
It's quite amazing to see how fast the team work on the pit stop.
Yeah. It's great. I love pit stops. It's great to see the team.
Not to mention, people from wets to dry will have to change all 4 tires, whereas people who started with dry will just change the rear tires.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that would just hurt Carlin a little bit more.
Yes, but I still don't understand why the top 4 didn't pit when they had the chance on the second. Well, we'll find out later, I'm sure. As we see Sean Gelael come in for his change. Unfortunately, as you said, he has to do all 4 tires.
Looks like the right rear tire was not on properly when they dropped that car.
Yeah, not a good day for Carlin, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Fanton continues to pull away at the front. He's been very impressive, you know, in tricky conditions in his first couple laps. The lead he pulled out amongst the others. Really good job. As a driver, when you do that sort of thing, it's quite an amazing feeling.
Not to mention he got his first podium of the year, the last race in Silverstone.
Yes.
So I think he's looking for his first win this race.
Unfortunately, though, I don't think he's got a big enough gap up to the cars behind. He still has to make one more pit stop, as does Vaxaver. This guy you see on screen right now in the black Lotus. It's going to be very tough for them to win because they have to pit one more time.
Run. Should be using his DRS.
car in front of him is covering the inside. I think he's going to try and go to the outside. Oh, great move!
That was...
Oh!
I think he's going to make it stick. Yes, he is. He's on the inside for the next corner.
Great move. Decided to switcheroo.
That's a really good move there by Nick de Vries.
Yep. Made the driver in front of him think he's going for the outside, and the last minute switched to the inside. Very, very good move. Nick de Vries, karting star really, wasn't he? Used to kart with Max Verstappen as well for Formula One.
That's a really good move.
Just made it.
I mean, if you think of karting, Nick de Vries is, one of the names that everyone would think about.
Yeah, you have to say in the last 10, 15 years, well, 10 years for sure, him, Nick de Vries, and Max Verstappen were the two standout names that just came out of karting. Nick de Vries is a bit older than Max Verstappen, but, Max Verstappen obviously got picked up by Red Bull and got shortcutted straight into Formula One. Didn't even bother with this level of the Formula One ladder. Just did 1 year in Formula 3 and then straight to Formula One. But you see what a star he is. He's actually doing a great job in the Toro Rosso team.
Entering the pit this lap? No, it's not. So next lap should be the last lap for pit window to be open.
If that's the case, then we'll see these top 3 cars pitting in the next lap. They're currently the fastest cars on track. But
no one's been in the pits yet. Has Kanemaru pitted? Nope. Elinas should lead. Straka 5-6. It could be Straka 1-2 after they did it.
Have they won a race this year?
No. Wait, no. Straka did get their first win in Silverstone with Elinas last weekend.
Saat ini balapan masih dipimpin oleh ketiga pebalap yang sama, Sport Lovers. Masih ada Fantin, Xavier, dan juga Stoneman di peringkat 1, 2, dan 3. Dan ini merupakan sebuah step up untuk Pietro Fantin yang pada race terakhirnya di Silverstone baru saja menaiki podium perdananya. Dan sepertinya dalam balapan kali ini memang mengincar posisi pertama. Dan sejauh ini cukup berhasil mempertahankan posisinya di depan. Dan masih diikuti oleh kedua pesaing terdekat, Xavier dan juga Stoneman. Dan kalau kita lihat dari peringkat atau posisi saat ini, memang para pebalap dari tim jagonya Ayam Beth Carlin masih terus berusaha untuk memperbaiki posisi mereka, di mana Sean Gelael berada di peringkat ke-16. Dan
extended to lap 18.
Something happened. Pit stop window extended to lap 18.
This is good news for the front runners, but that's a bit weird.
I've never seen a pit window be extended.
That's why it's a bit weird.
There must be provision for it in the regulations, unusual circumstances or something like that allows the clerk of the course to make that kind of call. Some nose damage. Is that a back marker? Because he is. He should. Yeah,
I think he is a lap down because he did do 2 stops. Roy.
So what's interesting now, he's getting out of the way to let the 6th, 7th, and 8th position cars go by him. Is this battle we're seeing here between 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th is actually for the lead effectively once the top 4 cars come in to pit. So we're actually looking at the battle for the lead right now. Car in the distance at the front is 5th position, but we'll be leading once those 4 cars come in for their pit stop.
Kita ketahui bahwa kesempatan untuk masuk ke pit stop diperpanjang hingga lap ke-18 dan para pembalap juga masih memaksimalkan peluang mereka untuk masuk ke pit stop dan memperbaiki keputusan yang sempat mereka ambil sebelumnya.
Nick de Vries is just charging, trying to get back up the field. In the number 1 car, the McLaren colours. He is a McLaren junior driver. I know the team's got high hopes for him. He's also in his rookie year. Again, another rookie that started quite well during the year, but then kind of tailed off a little bit the last few races. But there's no doubting his class. And it'll be interesting. He's a very exciting driver to watch next year.
He is the rookie that everyone was watching because he is the reigning 2014 Renault 2.0 liter Euro Cup champion. So, I think it should be Stoneman that will. I think it should be Stoneman hitting this lap since he's in front.
Haven't seen anyone come in yet.
Yes, it should be Stoneman because usually the drivers in front will have priority to choose when they want to do. Yes, it is Stoneman.
You think that's a good clean stop?
It looks, the liftoff looked quite good, but
So let's see where Stoneman feeds out. You can see in the distance there, that's Oliver Rowland, who was just behind Stoneman before the pit stop, and Dean Stoneman has managed to get out in front of him.
Stoneman.
Oliver Rowland is back in 13th position, so that means Stoneman is in 12th. Painful day for these two drivers, especially when things are going so well.
Yeah.
For Dean Stoneman.
Lovers, ternyata banyak sekali hasil-hasil yang mengejutkan sejauh ini di race kali ini dalam sirkuit Nurburgring. Beberapa pebalap yang menjadi andalan atau unggulan justru saat ini masih mencoba untuk berjuang memasuki setidaknya 10 besar dari posisi mereka saat ini.
For a minute there, I thought Oliver Rowland might have had a look at him into the hairpin because he's on the warmer tyres, where Stoneman would be on the colder tyres. But Dean Stoneman seems to have done a really good job to get the tyres up to temperature, and he seems to be able to hold off Oliver Rowland. I think, yeah, unless Oliver Rowland can get really close to him over this next corner, no, he's not close enough. I think Dean Stoneman has done enough to hold on to that position for now. As Vaxaver goes in the pits, this guy was in 2nd position.
That looks like it was a good pit stop.
Yeah, great pit stop.
I think because of the safety car, I think he'll still drop back maybe around 10 to 11.
Well, Stoneman and Rowland are 11th and 12th, and we should see him in the distance.
It's just going to be right in front of Bonifacio. So
drop down to 9th.
Saat ini Oliver Rowland masih berada di urutan ke-12 dan saat ini Tom Dillman berada di urutan ke-14, sementara Gelael masih berada di urutan ke-16.
Man, I feel for Fantin. Fantin who's leading the race. The Brazilian is driven so well, you know.
He will pit this lap.
But he will have to pit this lap, and he will lose the lead and possibly the win. Which I actually think he deserves because he was spectacular.
I think, yeah, this should have been his race, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I have to say, if everything goes how it is now, it looks like it's going to be Straka 1-2 after Fantin pits.
What a great result for that team.
That would be a really great result for the team.
I don't think they've ever had a 1-2 before.
Oh, Stoneman is under investigation.
Seeing the white line.
Nomor kita lihat di sini mobil bernomor 2 saat ini berada di bawah investigasi karena sempat melewati garis putih setelah keluar dari pit stop tadi.
He is race leader in the pits. Where will we go?
He should comfortably come out in front of Vaxaver, Stoneman and Oliver Rowland. And he does. You can just see Vaxaver in the distance and he's way behind.
He's way out of the top 5 now then.
Yeah, so he's just 7 for 8 for the moment. When it could have been the race win, he'll be bitterly disappointed with that.
And I think he should still be 3rd because some drivers I don't think have made their pit stop yet. I don't think Orujev made his pit stop. Celis has not made his pit stop.
De Vries made his pit stop,
De Vries
is in 5th right now.
Yep, at the moment. Yep, there it is. Straka 1-2.
Four and a half minutes, just under 4.5 minutes left in this race. And as you said, Straka 1-2 looks very comfortable. As we follow Nick De Vries, who's in 4th position at the moment. Still seeing if he can try and get on the podium. He's attacking. You can see how he's attacking that car. Just steering wheel over the bumps. It's bouncing a bit. It's just
Light rain reported Sector 1 and Sector 2.
That's going to make it interesting. That means there's going to be a lot of cars sliding off of Sector 1, Sector 2 if
Speaking
it's
of
slippery.
which, means De Vries has not pitted since he's still 4th place. What do you think?
Is that rain? Look, if that's real rain, it's a lot of rain. That doesn't look like light rain.
I wonder if I just trying to hold on to Dean Stoneman.
As you said, manufacturer, Stoneman and Roland right behind him. See the water drops are on the camera now, so there's definitely rain falling, but is it enough to make it tricky for these guys? These guys all have temperature in the tires. Mandatory pit stop for car number 19. Under investigation. So what does that mean? Does that mean that he's not pitted?
Yes, that means he is not pitted, but I can't seem to remember who number 19 is. Could be the AV cars.
It's tricky, that's a hard position, hard corner to try and overtake on. Seeing cars lose their front noses through that corner and they try and stick it down the inside of someone. I think Stoneman made a good decision not to try and do it in that corner. Here's your leader, Teo Ilinas, the number 11 car. Oh, sliding there under the rain.
Oh,
He has to
car
be careful.
number 19 is Pietro Fantin.
Oh, this is under investigation. Maybe he stopped a lap late.
Maybe he could have stopped late.
Wow, that would be, well, his race is ruined anyway. But yeah, tough for him. See, the drivers are trying to use a slightly different line around that right-hander there. I think maybe looking for the wet line as the rain comes down.
It's like maybe it's just the camera on board. So no, this is De Vries. It is his place now, so he had made his pit stop. It was my mistake.
It's always enjoyable to me personally, at least, to watch the drivers in this sort of conditions, because when it's tricky like this and greasy, you know, oops, you see, oh, Stoneman finally going down the inside into the hairpin. Good move. Because in these tricky conditions, yes, you can easily be made to look silly, but on the upside, if you do a great job, you can be made to look like a hero as well.
I mean, that move just now, when you speak of hairpins, it's usually where cars overtake, but that particular hairpin is not actually an easy hairpin to do an overtake.
Yeah, it is hard to do an overtake. You really need to be alongside, don't you?
You can't do a lunge there. It looks like it's wet, this area.
Yeah, it's... Well, I think 2 more laps effectively really to go. I think it's no point trying to do a pit stop. I think everyone's going to try and stay.
Yeah, it's
going to
getting
go
hard
on the
now.
outside. Nick De Vries squeezes him on the outside. He has to back off out of the throttle to live to fight another day.
So this last lap, anything could happen.
See, everyone's pushing. This is the battle for 3rd position. See the 2 leaders going up the hill already. And this behind them, the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And it's definitely wet.
As you can see, the track is wet.
Tell you what, if there's 2 more laps to go, this could be really difficult.
Nick.
Good move!
That was...
Is he going to make it stick? Oh, not quite.
Now, it's going to be a really tough decision now for Renault, whether to do something about this race at this moment where it's going to be last lap after this race. I mean, after this lap.
Will they red flag it? Look at the battle for the lead between the 2 teammates. As a team owner, you do not want to see that happen, because if they take each other out, their 1-2 could then end up with nothing. They're both battling very hard.
This will be very, very hard for the team to watch.
Yeah, they wish the checkered flag was coming out now, but unfortunately that's not the case. They have to do 1 more lap.
But then again, everyone knows when the drivers put their helmet on, there's no teammate or not, it's battle for your own. So.
Oh, but yes, but I'm sure the team will be on the radio though to go, please don't take each other off. Please don't take each other off. Oh, it's trying to go around the outside.
And
switch back to the inside. Oh, he's got him.
No.
Kita sudah memasuki lap terakhir dan cuaca mulai mengalami perubahan sekali lagi untuk yang kesekian kalinya dalam
Igor
ini.
missed, so De Vries is back in 3rd now.
Oh, it's a switch back again. The leader's changed again. Leader's changed twice on this last lap.
Oliver Rowland facing the wrong way. Vries in third. Igor went off the track.
Nick DeVries in third. Still half a lap to go. Anything can still happen. You said it best just now. Hero zero time, really it is. Okay, so Ilynas got a little bit of a gap on Maltia.
Yeah. No, I think this should be their finishing position if they don't drive off the track, which is really easy to do in this condition.
To the viewers watching this, please do not underestimate how tough these conditions are. It is so easy. It's like trying to skate. It's like being on ice, really, isn't it? Because these are slick tires. There's no grip.
We haven't been seeing him for a while.
Okay, hit your braking mark.
Oh, I thought he was going to try the inside there.
I'll tell you what, if they'd both taken each other out, the team owners would have been yelling at them.
Just one more corner to go for a 1-2. There he is.
What an exciting race. As Ilynas comes over to take his second win of the season.
It is Ilynas first.
I think it is Ilynas first.
Ilynas, Malia, which is really good for Straka.
Yeah. 1-2 for that team. Great result. Nick DeVries third. Oliver Rowland spun on that last lap. He's in the picture now. He is the championship leader, and he will still be leading the championship after this race. But he's coming down way down in the lower order after that spin. Fortunately for him, his championship rival Vaxavir also did not have a good day, and I think just finished only 2 places in front of him.
Yeah. Tell you, if they started the race 5 minutes later, it would have been a lot different.
Yes, because then in these sort of conditions, you would have, like you said, 5 more minutes to go in the race, they would have had to do another pit stop because it was just too wet for slicks.
Dan sport lovers, kita lihat ini adalah akhir dari balapan kali ini di sirkuit Nurburgring, Jerman, dan kita akan melihat bagaimanakah podium nanti, dan Tio Ilynas berhasil meraih pole position dan finish di peringkat pertama pada balapan kali ini. Kami akan kembali setelah pesan-pesan berikut, jangan kemana-mana, pastikan Anda tetap di KompasTV menyaksikan Formula Renault 3.5 World Series.